Hello students. Today we are going to discuss about globe, latitudes and longitudes. What is a globe? In the previous classes we already discussed about globe. Globe is a true model of the earth, or globe is a miniature form of the earth.
A globe is a true model or miniature form of the earth. On the globe, countries, continents and oceans are shown in their correct size or correct proportions. Then what is an axis? A needle is fixed through the globe in a tilted manner, which is called its axis. 2 points on the globe through which the needle passes are 2 poles, North Pole and South Pole. The globe can be moved around this needle from west to east just as the earth moves. But remember, there is a major difference. The real earth has no such needle. It moves around its axis, which is an imaginary line. What is equator? An imaginary line running on the globe divides it into 2 equal parts. This line is known as the equator. The northern half of the earth is known as the northern hemisphere and the southern half is known as the southern hemisphere. They are both equal halves. Equator is an imaginary circular line and is a very important reference point to locate places on the earth. All parallel circles from the equator up to the poles are called parallels of latitudes. Latitudes are measured in degrees. Equator represents the 0-degree latitude. With the help of this table, we can easily understand the 5 important parallels of latitudes and their degrees. The Arctic Circle, 66.5 degree north. Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north. Equator, 0 degree. Tropic of Capricorn, 23.5 degree south. Antarctic Circle, 66.5 degree south. These are the 5 important parallels of latitudes.
There are 3 heat zones in the earth. The 3 important heat zones are the torrid zone, the temperate zones and the frigid zones.
The 3 heat zones of the earth are torrid zone, temperate zones and frigid zones. With the help of this picture, we can easily understand the heat zones in the earth. Torrid zone. The midday sun is exactly overhead at least once a year on all latitudes in between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. This area therefore receives the maximum heat and is called the torrid zone. Temperate zones. The midday sun never shines overhead on any latitude beyond the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. The angle of the sun's ray goes on decreasing towards the poles. As such, the areas bounded by the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle in the northern hemisphere and the Tropic of Capricorn and the Antarctic Circle in the southern hemisphere have moderate temperatures. These are therefore called temperate zones. Frigid zones. Areas lying between the Arctic Circle and the North Pole in the northern hemisphere and the Antarctic Circle and the South Pole in the southern hemisphere are very cold. It is because here the sun does not rise much above the horizon. Therefore, its rays are always slanting and provide less heat. These are therefore called frigid zones or very cold zones.
What are called longitudes? What is prime meridian? What is international dateline? Now we are going to discuss these terms.
Meridians or longitudes. The lines that run from North Pole to South Pole are called meridians or longitudes. They are semicircles. They intersect the latitudes at right angles. All meridians are of the same length. Prime meridian. The prime meridian is numbered 0 degree longitude. It is also called the Greenwich meridian. The international dateline. Meridians are marked 1 to 180 degree to the east and 1 to 180 degree to the west of the prime meridian. 180 degree east and 180 degree west are one and same meridian. The international dateline lies on this meridian.
What is the relationship between longitude and time? Why do we have standard time?
What is a grid? To locate places on the surface of the globe, we need reference points. So, a series of lines have been drawn from north to south and east to west. These two sets of lines forming a grid help us to locate a place accurately. Look at the grid of the parallels of latitude and meridians of longitude on the globe. To understand this clearly, draw equidistant vertical and horizontal lines on a paper and label the vertical rows with numbers and horizontal rows with letters. Draw some small circles randomly on points where these horizontal and vertical lines intersect each other. Name these small circles as A, B, C, D and E. In your textbook, page number 14, there is a world map shows the time zones of the world. With the help of this map, we can see the Greenwich meridian and the international dateline. Longitude and time. The best means of measuring time is by the movement of the earth, the moon and the planets. The sun regularly rises and sets every day, and naturally it is the best timekeeper throughout the world. As the earth rotates from west to east, those places east of Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time and those to the west will be behind it. The rate of difference can be calculated as follows. The earth rotates 360 degree in about 24 hours, which means 15 degree an hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. Thus, when it is 12 noon at Greenwich, the time at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 15 into 4 equal to 60 minutes. That is 1 hour ahead of Greenwich time, which means 1 pm, but at 15 degree west of Greenwich, the time will be behind Greenwich time by 1 hour. That is, it will be 11 am. Similarly, at 180 degree, it will be midnight when it is 12 noon at Greenwich. Why do we have standard time? The local time of places which are on different meridians are bound to differ. For example, it will be difficult to prepare a timetable for trains which cross several longitudes. In India, for instance, there will be a difference of about 1 hour and 45 minutes in the local time of Dwaraka in Gujarat and Dilbugrah in Assam. It is therefore necessary to adopt the local time of some central meridian of the country as the standard time for the country. Indian Standard Time or IST. In India, the longitude of 82.5 degree east is stated as the standard meridian. The local time at this meridian is taken as the standard time for the whole country. It is known as the Indian Standard Time or IST.
Thanks for watching the video.